Grant, two questions for you. First of all, how do you view the time off, blessing or curse, in the sense of the regularity of playing every other day versus being able to recalibrate body and mind in the time off? And then secondly, your feeling of how you clearly got the Heat's attention with those 60 points in the paint, how they're going to respond and how you have to counter.
Well, I think it's just how you view it. If you approach it as a blessing, then that's how it will be moving forward. It's good to get these days off and be able to recoup and understand what we did in the past 3 games, as well as prepare for this next one moving forward. And I know they're going to probably make a bunch of adjustments with the time that we have, and we'll do the same. And when it comes to the Heat, they're a talented team. They're a team that will continue to fight and claw their way into any game, no matter who they're playing. So us just being prepared to not only take that punch from them, but also throw a blow back ourselves.
Ryan, Rob.
Hey, Grant. Bam gave you guys some issues in the second half there with his, with the handoffs and the slips on the screens there. What, how challenging is that for you as a big there to handle that with trying to be out in the shooters and protecting against that? And
yeah, he's a super talented player. He's a guy I've known my whole life. So he does a good job of playing with the guys around him. He's surrounded by a bunch of shooters. So when you get so focused on them, next thing you know, it opens up slips or fake handoffs for him and Kelly and guys like that. So we just have to do a better job of understanding what we're doing in those certain situations with coverages, as well as how we're defending him with not only just ball pressure, but also with being able to guard the guys running off every screen.
Adam Himmelsbach.
Grant, you mentioned knowing Bam for a while. What do you remember about beating him in a state championship game? What do you remember about that game and kind of getting one up on him?
He's improved so much. I was actually talking about this with my father the other night. He's improved so much in his game. Back when we were younger, he was somebody you could predict where he's going and maybe take a charge or be in the position of a guy as strong as myself. I was able to be physically not pushed around as much, but now you kind of have to guard a lot of different things. His hook shot for his right hand, he's explosive going both ways. He's able to not only just physically muster his way through, but also athletically he moves, I think, a little bit better than he used to as well. He's kind of got his body in shape, so it's definitely looking back on that, it probably doesn't mean much. We always tease each other, or I tease him more so, because I'm always like, yeah, what's the record in our career? But then next thing you know, he's done a good job of getting that thing either back to even. I don't know what it is now, but it's definitely an experience, and it's cool to be able to be in this position with him, playing against him, and it's the best moving forward. Whoever makes it, you got to be pat on the back to the other man.
Jared Weiss.
It's a 2-part question. First off, how did you kind of sucking in and then popping out to the corners help you guys break the zone? And then second, when you beat Jalen in rock, paper, scissors before the game, what made you choose scissors?
Okay. Yeah, you're a jokester. But the first one, I think that just gives a different dynamic. We have a lot of guys who are able to do a lot of different things. So myself, being able to space the floor, as well as to relocate myself to knock down an open 3 or even just drive again is big time. We have guys like Rob, Theis, and Ennis who can either play low, play in the dunker, and get a rebound or catch a lob. So just gives a different dynamic. And then when it comes to the rock, paper, scissors thing, I always try and call it out before it happens so I can tell JB if he wins or loses. And I think my record is honestly 26-2, if anything. JB has no chance right now. If he wins next game, I'm gonna hold my tongue, but keep your eye out because I think he's gonna lose again.
Final question for Grant, Taylor Snow.
Grant, when you guys were down 0-2 and in need of a spark, how much does it help to have the vocal leadership of Marcus Smart to help light a fire for you guys?
I love how the term vocal leadership is there. He's man, let's just say he's our heart and soul. He's the guy that keeps us going and keeps us inspired, keeps us being competitive. He's our dog. And you just have to follow his lead and trust that we have a lot of guys on this team that can do a lot of great things. So he's just going to compete his butt off, and we follow that standard, follow that lead, and I think we'll be well set off.